Joe Rogan got COVID. Let's watch.
So I got back from the road Saturday night, feeling very weary. I had a headache and I just felt just run down. And just to be cautious, I separated from my family, slept in a different part of the house.
I don't understand what's going on with the Instagram filter that Joe Rogan is applying here, where this literally looks like the Zack Snyder edit. You know what I mean? Like COVID, Zack Snyder edit. It's so much longer than it's supposed to be. Also, he kind of looks like
shit. Feeling very weary. I had a headache and I just felt just run down. And just to be cautious, I separated from my family, slept in a different part of the house. And throughout the night, I got fevers and sweats, and I knew what was going on. So I got up in the morning, got tested, and turns out I got COVID. So we immediately threw the kitchen sink at it. All kinds of meds, monoclonal antibodies, ivermectin, Z-Pak, prednisone, everything. And I also...
Okay, so two things. First of all, or three, more than two things, three things. One, I thought he was vaccinated. I know he's like talked about vaccinations for kids and, you know, younger people and blah, 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 and how like, you know, they don't need to get vaccinated or whatever. But I thought he himself was vaccinated. I don't know. I'm surprised that he's not, or maybe he is, and he just did not mention that. That would be weird. Okay. Two, Joe Rogan is like, oh, dude, if you're healthy and you take fucking vitamins, dude, like, you don't need to worry about COVID. But then the moment he gets fucking COVID, whether he's vaccinated or unvaccinated, he's taking like monoclonal antibodies. He's taking ivermectin, zinc, like Z-Pak. What the fuck's going on, dude? I thought it was nothing. Just, you know, I thought it rolled off of you easy. Okay? So that's the thing I don't understand. And lastly, like the monoclonal antibody is at least somewhat more tested than the ivermectin, right? Like monoclonal antibody treatment is not like hydroxychloroquine or the Z-Pak shit. You know what I mean? Or the ivermectin Z-Pak combo. Like that is actually a treatment that is, you know, that has led to some desirable outcomes in the eyes of scientists, at least, right? He is 100% not. He decided after getting it the first time that his antibody level will be high enough from defeating it naturally. Wait, what? What is this fucking title? Toe is legitimately... I'm sorry. That's ableist and fucked up, but...
Be vaccinated and not get it, or you might both. So, like, either you're going to be vaccinated and not get it, or you might get it with Delta, and, you know, there's no telling.
Or you can be unvaccinated and not get it, too.
That's not going to be the case for, like, unless you're a hermit and never, you know, it's eventually going to.
I've been exposed to it many times, and I haven't gotten it. So I got back from the road Saturday.
Dude, that's literally a week later, dude. Oh my fucking God. I'm sorry, but like, I mean, it is funny. Like, look, I love him. He's such a fucking brain dead ape, but like, I mean, come on.
So I got back from the road Saturday night. I got up in the morning, got tested, and turns out I got COVID.
Oh, they did the same thing. So, bro, they missed the best part. He literally said, just don't get vaccinated and don't get sick. So let's finish this.
Got an NAD drip and a vitamin drip, and I did that 3 days in a row. And so here we are on Wednesday, and I feel great. I really only had one bad day.
First of all, he looks like shit. Secondly, these things come in cycles. Like, he might not be out of it, especially because he's not fucking vaccinated. Lastly, there's been like steroid users that have gotten the fucking, that did not get the vaccine because it was not readily available at that time, that got COVID and like literally lost like fucking 40 pounds over the course of like 2 weeks where their lungs collapsed. So I hope that doesn't happen to him.
Sunday sucked, but Monday was better. Tuesday felt better than Monday, and today I feel good. I actually feel pretty fucking good. That's the good news. The bad news is we have to move the Friday show in Nashville. It's going to move to Sunday, October 24th. So that will be the new Nashville date. My apologies to everyone. Obviously, there's nothing that I can control.
Yeah, for someone who constantly, I said this already, but for someone who constantly played it down, he sure is taking a lot of meds, dude. Kind of weird. Maybe it fucking knocked him off his ass. Now, the problem is that, like, other idiots that are in his audience are going to see this and go, oh, dude. And that's the actual fear with ivermectin, is that, like, so many people are like, I'm not going to take the free vaccine that's safe, okay, and has a very high, like, unreasonably high efficacy rate, okay, and think, like, well, I'll do the same thing Joe Rogan did, because, like, you know, he has stands. Let's be fucking real, right? Like, he actually has fucking stands, and they listen to him, and they do dumb shit when he does dumb shit. So that's the big issue there. So what is really, really frustrating here is that, like, I don't care if ivermectin is a fucking reliable alternative treatment for COVID. I am super on board with it being the case, okay? I want that to be a good treatment. But the difference between me and dumbass podcasters who are like, ivermectin is the treatment and they're hiding it from you, is that the people that know better have not come to that conclusion yet. And if there's one person who doesn't know better, it's fucking Joe Rogan, okay? Jesus Christ, dude. The difference between me and someone like, your Facebook aunt is that, like, I recognize my limitations. I'm not going to fucking be like, oh, dude, ivermectin actually is an incredible treatment and, like, everyone is hiding the truth for one reason or the other, and we should start taking horse dewormer and all these other things, right? Which I know ivermectin can be used on humans as well. It's just a different way to use it, different delivery mechanism. But except Merck, which is the pharmaceutical company that creates ivermectin for human use, openly stated not to take it for fucking COVID. So did the FDA. So if you're the kind of dude who's like, oh, I don't know, there's no FDA authorization, but then you fucking sell on-it pills and suppies, okay, that are not FDA approved at all. You're the kind of dude who, like, literally has taken steroids, okay, not just TRT, but other shit too. And you're the kind of dude who's like, I don't know if the authorization hasn't come yet, but then you turn around and you take ivermectin when the FDA is telling you not to for COVID. You're fucking baboon, dude. It's so dumb. How can you be so stupid? And the worst part about it is it's just like Donald Trump, right? I mean, he's in better shape than Donald Trump, obviously. But just like Donald Trump had, like, top, like, best researchers on the fucking planet, best medical care that money can't even buy, okay? No one is, like, helivacking you into the best treatment facility on the fucking planet. Joe Rogan has access to treatments and shit that the average Joe does not. So he can throw the kitchen sink at a fucking problem and even get experimental treatments if need be, okay? And get over it when the average Joe can't. So it's incredibly irresponsible and dangerous to, at this stage, pump ivermectin, which is, not a fucking cure for COVID as far as we know, and science can change. But right now, the literature on the matter does not prove what you think it proves. You can find, like, one or two fucking studies that say, like, ivermectin actually led to better recovery results or whatever in certain subsets of the population or whatever. But, like, the main study that ivermectin that put ivermectin on the map was falsified. The data was completely falsified. There aren't 19 studies. You're lying to yourself and you're lying to others. The main fucking study in that meta study that everyone loves to fucking link to had falsified numbers in it, which is why it was pulled. But it was too late at that point. Like, it doesn't matter because idiots were running around with it regardless. Okay? And the meta study that was conducted on off of that original study that like greatly improved or greatly fucking made it seem like ivermectin was really good in aiding the COVID recovery efforts, destroyed the results of that fucking meta study when that was pulled. So the meta study was pulled as well. So I'm not like anti-science. I am pro-science. Okay? I believe that if like ivermectin is good and can be helpful, I would rather wait, just like I said the same exact thing about the fucking vaccines. I would rather wait until those who are profoundly smarter than me, like in unimaginable ways, that have spent their entire lives dedicated to this shit, tell me that they've gone through the rigorous testing and figured out that it's actually good. Okay? You want a Nobel Prize for being safe and generic? It doesn't matter, dumbass. It won a Nobel Prize for being safe and generic for anti-parasite medication, not for fucking COVID. Okay? So when you're sitting there shitting out your intestinal lining thinking that there's worms in your fucking body, like the rest of these goons that have been taking ivermectin, remember that, okay? You're shitting out your intestinal lining because you're taking an anti-parasitic medication for no reason. No, it's not just safe for fucking horses. Like, it's for humans too. Of course, there's use for humans as well. Just like ketamine does, which is horse tranquilizer. Just like clenbuterol is literally asthma medication for horses, and yet also used by humans. Joe Rogan should know. Not that he's using clenbuterol, but you know. For real? And women getting the vaccine is stopping them from being able to have children? Wait, what? That's not true. This is just made up. There is no... You are just making shit up, okay? Of course. Are you a Republican or a Democrat? Are you a Republican or Democrat? Are you saying yes on Newsom or no? Are you Republican? Are you Republican? Trump or Biden? Answer. And then, boom, immediately fucking runs into... Account created 2 hours ago. Okay, get the fuck out of here. Like... Yet you were willing to get the vaccine before the same rigorous testing? That's not true. I was willing to get the vaccine because of the rigorous testing, dude. What the fuck are you talking about? That's literally not true. Do you want to know why we're not talking about like the fucking 7 other companies right now that also were a part of Operation Warp Speed and also were looking to fucking rush and mass produce a vaccine? Because they didn't get through the rigorous testing procedures, okay? That's why we're talking about Pfizer and Moderna and AstraZeneca and not like the tens of other fucking pharmaceutical corporations that also were a part of the fucking program that failed in creating a successful fucking vaccine. Jesus Christ. It's for humans too. Fucking himbo. Read what chat is saying. Human ivermectin is for humans. The ones these apes are using isn't. Stop saying 2 dumb apes are going to misread it. Yeah, just because ivermectin is, you know, there's a specific type of ivermectin that is created for humans and not for horse consumption, doesn't mean the one that you get from the feed store is actually going to save you. As a matter of fact, it's probably going to cause blindness or fucking liver damage or shed out the remaining fucking parts of your intestinal lining that you haven't shed out yet. The semi-anonymous site claims to be a real-time meta-analysis of all the published studies on ivermectin, collating an impressive 60 pieces of research. It's flashy, well-designed, and at face value appears very legitimate. The benefits that this website show for ivermectin are pretty amazing. 96% lower mortality based on 10,797 patients worth of data is quite astonishing. Sounds like we should all be using ivermectin, except, well, these numbers are totally meaningless. Digging into the site, you're immediately hit with this error. That's not how p-values work at all. Any stats textbook will show you why the statement is entirely untrue. The probability that an ineffective treatment generated results as positive as 60 studies to date is estimated to be 1 in 193 billion. The chemical itself is the same. The problem is people are taking horse dosages. No, the problem also is that people are taking ivermectin in general. Like, that's the problem, okay? Stop taking untested medication that doctors and professionals are telling you not to take, thinking that you're going to get, like, immunity or thinking that you're going to have an expedient recovery as a consequence of this fucking drug that has not been proven to work on COVID patients. You're taking an anti-parasitic drug for a fucking virus. Okay? What? Dude, Joe Rogan is shitting out his intestines? What the fuck? Oh, you're showing me that old clip. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Hold on, I want to watch this real quick.
No.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I would if I felt like I needed it. But I just feel like if you maintain your health, and I think for some people it's important. I think for some people it's good.
Are they gonna make people take it?
Even if you were given more articles of research, you wouldn't change your position? That is a blindingly stupid fucking argument that I don't know how to respond to. It is such a fucking idiotic assumption that you're making that, like, you are literally making up a person in your mind and joking about that person that you have made up in your mind. You understand that, right? That's not my position at all. As a matter of fact, I said the exact opposite. I said that tomorrow, if there were numerous studies conducted on ivermectin and it was shown to be viable for recovery, I would still urge people to get the vaccine and then also be safe and totally be on board with people taking ivermectin. Not the fucking horse paste kind, obviously. But if the fucking main studies that are promoting ivermectin are full of faulty and debunked data, like debunked studies that have been pulled, and they're full of fucking faulty information that corrupts the analysis from a meta study, then yeah, of course I'm not going to fucking be like, yeah, we should still try it out. I bargain he will fare well after the monoclonal and talk about how the ivermectin was helping him. Yeah, 100%. Hey man, if rat poison was proven to have medical benefits through biased and obviously skewed research, would you boof it? Yeah, exactly. Like, that's so fucking stupid. I don't understand how anything I'm saying is like falling on deaf ears in the minds of some dumbasses. I don't get it. Like, I don't know why people say like your point of view won't change. My point of view on, okay, here's an example of a point of view that that I originally speculated that was incorrect, and when more data came out, I changed my mind. When new evidence came out. For example, I thought that the Black Lives Matter rallies were going to cause spikes. Like, no matter what. Impossible for them not to. I was like, there's no shot. Numerous studies were conducted in the aftermath of the Black Lives Matter rallies, and in areas where there were Black Lives Matter rallies, you didn't actually see as significant of a spike as areas that had reopened for regular foot traffic. And the study's conclusion showed, at the time, that the BLM rallies were attended by mask wearers, for the most part, and were outside and outdoors, and there was overall significantly less foot traffic in those areas, even though it was densely populated outdoors, and people were fucking protesting on the streets. But 2,000 people protesting on the street looks like a big gathering, but that's nothing in comparison to 500,000 people going in and out of shops for the entire day, even though one looks dense and the other does not. That was the main conclusion of numerous studies that were conducted with respect to the Black Lives Matter protests and how they did not surprisingly contribute to an overall spike in COVID cases. I originally thought that they absolutely would. I was wrong when evidence came out, and I recognized that I was wrong and changed my mind because that's what you're supposed to do. So the same concept stands for ivermectin. If there are numerous studies conducted, okay, on the efficacy and safety of ivermectin and how it is leading to a faster recovery rate for people that have COVID, then of course I will change my position. That's how this works. I am not a fucking idiot. That's the difference. And the other part of the problem is like, it's not like ivermectin studies are like being pushed aside. Okay. I encourage that there are more studies on the benefits of ivermectin. But as it stands, all of the data that we have leads to a false sense of security amongst fucking baboons who think that they don't need to take the vaccine because their favorite podcaster told them horse dewormer works better. Okay? Statement from Frontiers Journal on the ivermectin paper. Upon further scrutiny, it was revealed that the article made a series of strong, unsupported claims based on studies with insufficient statistical significance and at times without the use of control groups. Further, the authors promoted their own specific ivermectin-based treatment, which is inappropriate for a review article and against our editorial policies. There it is, dude. Let's take a look. Let me just like verify this. Oh yeah, yeah. Frontiers removes the. There it is. It removes the controversial ivermectin paper pre-publication. This is one that like everyone fucking points to still. And then the worst part is the people who have like delusionally and blindly followed through on like ivermectin is actually good. Literally turn around and say, oh, they removed it because fake news, like because you know they're scared because ivermectin is easy and cheap rather than the vaccines, which are fucking free. It's free. It's already paid for! Let alone the reality that Merck, which is the fucking main producer of ivermectin, the pharmaceutical corporation that stands to benefit the most from the mass usage of their fucking drug, have personally came out and said, don't use ivermectin for COVID. It is untested and unproven. At this point, you will not listen to any manner of reason. It is so fucking stupid. So just die then. I don't know. Like, I don't care then, okay? Sorry. If you don't want to take the fucking vaccine and instead you're going to take something that like the FDA and the fucking pharmaceutical corporation itself has told you not to fucking take, then just die, I guess. I don't know what to do. And I'm going to make fun of you when that happens, though. I'm just letting you know. If you fucking get COVID, you didn't take the necessary precautions, and you refuse to listen to fucking professionals, and you listen to your favorite podcaster instead, or rather, you listen to your fucking dumbass like Facebook aunt, and you fucking died, or had long-term health complications as a consequence of getting COVID, I'm not gonna feel too bad for you, dude, because you had every opportunity to not do this, okay? Holy shit, you're like turning me into a fucking Republican. They died! You harlot, they died because they were not powerful enough. They did not love the Lord. They did not do tithing when necessary. That's why you need to run an ad at the top of the hour. I'll tell you what, our Lord Jeffrey Jebediah Bezos